What is going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane. Now, how far are we going back? Let's call it 2019, 2020, when Motorola decided to put out the Moto G Power. Now, this is back then when words actually meant things. Words like power in this case meant battery, because when this device came out, it was launched with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And it's funny because that is a common battery size for all Motorola budget phones these days. So it's just kind of funny when you think about it. This is the phone that pretty much started it all in terms of power. So let's discuss it. So as we get into this video here, battery was pretty much the main selling point of this device here, but it also had some other great qualities as well. It wasn't just that. 6.4-inch full HD display, 1080 by 2300 pixels. So pixel density was about 400. So you had a full HD display. You also had a triple camera setup back in 2024 budget phone. Main camera was 16 megapixels, ultra wide was 8, and macro was 2. Now this system wasn't just any old main camera in the rear here. This thing was able to record at 4K resolution. 4 gigs of RAM is what the device came with. It was paired up with the 665 Snapdragon processor. So, it definitely wasn't the fastest thing in the world, but it was pretty much a solid phone at that time, man. It was actually kind of crazy. Glass front, plastic back, but the frame was aluminum, so the frame was made of metal. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, you get those chopping action things. You still had that stuff back then. All right. And then the camera. I mean, this thing was crazy back then, man. Android 10 is what it came with out of the box. It's currently running Android 11. So funny thing here, Motorola actually updated the software in this device. So round of applause for that. As I was saying earlier, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and it had the capabilities of 10-watt fast charge. So back then that was pretty, fast. That was decent. But nowadays, that's laughable. Another thing too, which was crazy back then, is the fact that this device had a dual speaker setup. So you see that speaker on the bottom? They also had one on the top. Let me tell you something, man. These speakers still sound good. You know, Motorola actually killed it with this phone. I'm talking about killed it. It was an amazing. I mean, it was amazing when it first came out. Couldn't believe how good it was for the money. Now, I had a water repellent coating, so it wasn't IP68 or anything of that nature. But back then, budget phones didn't really get that much focus when it comes to that kind of stuff. On the rear here, you can see you had a fingerprint scanner, and it works pretty well. I believe I have both my fingers set up. So yeah, as you can see, close it, unlock it. Come on, there it is, and it unlocks there. I just remember how hyped I was when I first got this phone because I thought this was the best thing in the world. Because back then, and not even back then, still now to this day, I love getting as much value as I possibly can from a device without having to spend, so much money. Now, don't get me wrong, I want those flagships and everything as well too, and I buy them once in a while, from time to time, like I did here with this device. Video should be on the channel by the time you guys see. This is the S25 Edge. I buy it from time to time because I do want the ultra bleeding edge performance when it comes, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff. Sometimes I do want that experience, but I also like spending the least amount of money possible and getting the best bang for the buck. This device pretty much started it all for Motorola in terms of the power line, because the Moto G, this one, Moto G, this was the first one that they released ever. So this is how far this goes back for me, man. Let's talk about the Geekbench numbers because I want to show you guys this is actually kind of funny. Look how old this phone is to the point where with Geekbench 6, it shows you the single core score of 333 and a multi-core score of 1153. So it's kind of funny because, phones that perform at this level nowadays won't even make it to market, because the worst processor these days is definitely better than this. So I just thought that would be kind of funny to show you guys. Usability wise, do I recommend you use something like this today? Not necessarily. I mean, it gets the job done, and there are probably some people out there right now who are currently still using this phone here. But I'm not gonna sit here and say you should go out and get it over anything that's out these days because that would just be disingenuous. That'd be BS, man. There are better phones than this one right now, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool to discuss the original Moto G Power that came out. And why not pull this one out and show you guys next to it the current, well, the more up to date version that I currently have in my hand here of the Moto G Power. So you can see screen size and everything is pretty much similar. It's a little bit bigger, of course. Center or front facing camera is more in the center now instead of on the left edge of the phone here, the left upper edge. As you can see, all that stuff is still the same. Headphone jack. Oh yeah, by the way, headphone jack. Loudspeaker there, Type-C charging, speaker grill on the top. So a lot of the things that pretty much, you know, was the selling feature for the device back then is pretty much the same in this phone here, the newer ones, besides the fact that the updated processor and later version of Android. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short here because this is something that I just wanted to discuss with you guys in terms of, a little nostalgia, a little bit of history here. Had this phone and it pretty much was my daily, it was my main beast back then. But nowadays we have flagships left and right. But in the comment section below, let me know, guys. Do you currently have a Moto G Power 2020? And if you don't, did you have it before? And what was your experience like with it? Do you remember when it was first announced? Do you remember when you first got it? Let me know in the comment section below. But be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your family and friends. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.